Hi friends, it's Susan Smith with StampCreatively. I wanted to use Sentimental Framings. I wanted to use these dies. I love the dies. They're a bundle, online exclusive. And I wanted to use the new online exclusive sunflower. So I wanted to come up with something for camp that did all of those things that I wanted to do. Okay, and so this is my card that used all of those things. I mean, just for fun, let's do it one more time. I'll get it up closer so you can see. Okay, so let me show you how I did that. Again, I've got this great sunflower die, Sentimental Framing, and the Sentimental Framing dies. So I took the sunflower and I ran a 6x4 sheet of basic white through. So I'm 6x4. Then I'm gonna take my little silicone mat and I want to color this. I decided I wanted to put glycerin. And I need to tell you where I got it because someone always asks. I just got mine on Amazon. You can pick up the glycerin all kinds of places. Okay. My crazy dog is banging at my window and there's no pausing on this. So just look at this for 1 minute while I let Crazy in. It's really hot out here, or because you can hear her panting. She's coming, just like blew her away. Okay, so I have glycerin in here and a little bit of the ink, and I'm using Daffodil. I wanted to double check and look just to make sure. So now I'm going to go over my flowers. And by doing it this way, you can decide how light and dark you want your flowers to be. Someone asked me why I used the glycerin. The glycerin just makes the ink move a little better. And I can show you, I'll flip this over and show you in a second. So I'm coloring all of this, again, with the glycerin. If it gets all soaked up, you can put a little more in there. So I've got my flowers kind of the way I want them. I like that there's a variety of color and that there's shading and all of that. And I can always go back and add more. So I've added my glycerin flower petals. Gives it a variety of color. It allows the color to move a little better. So I'm going to do the leaves with the ink with no glycerin. So let me turn this over and kind of show you. So when you don't have the glycerin, see how I have that? Like, I'll try to start off the page and try not to get like lumps of color. I don't get that with this. It's just smoother. And if you have questions, just ask. So I'm going to go over the leaves with this. And I did what I don't love. And I could have put this in glycerin too. I started this, this was a camp project, like I said. And when I put too many containers of colors out, they always get them mixed up. So this was also an easy way to show them and to show them the different ways that they can do it. So they used a small blend brush, they used the bigger blend brush, they got to use some glycerin and some ink, and then just do it on the pad, because I love to give them again a wide variety of ways to do it. I'm going to ink this again add a little bit more because this flower up here didn't get enough. It just goes on smoother. I'm not kidding you. You just have to try it. I don't get the lumps of color that I do with this. And again, to show my customers all the varieties of ways to do it, that's why we did it different. Okay, so there's that. I want a little more right there too. Then the third way they colored was with a stamping spot. No, not a spot, a dauber. And then they just went over the inside of the sunflower. I'm using crumb cake, and I used the crumb cake because the espresso was just too dark on here, and the pecan, I didn't love the color. I tried them all. Don't think I didn't. I made this sunflower cart like 100 times. I'm gonna go over that edge some more. I'll blend that brown in. Okay, I'm gonna be done because I could do this all day. It's just like one of those happy moments. Now, while I have this out, I'm gonna take this, which is part of the Sentimental Frames, and it was just a little too white for my taste. When I did it, it just looked a little stark on there, so I just went around it a little bit with that blend brush, just to change the color a little bit. Okay, so now this is the magic. I gotta move this all out of the way because I'm bringing in my cutter. So here's the cutter. So what I'm gonna do is I want to cut 1 inch off each end. Remember, this is 6 inches, so I want to cut 1 inch off each end. So I'm going to cut 1 inch off this end, and I'm going to set it up here so that I know the pattern. Okay, then I'm going to cut 1 inch off this end, and put it up here because I want my patterns to match on the front of my card. And then I'm going to go 2 inches. So there's the exact pattern of my sunflower, just cut apart. Okay. Now I'm going to score. This is a regular half sheet of cardstock, 4 1/4 by 11. I'm going to score at 2. And 3 3/4. And then I'm going to flip it. I'm going to score at 2 and 3 3/4. And then I'm going to score it real good. And fold it back. And then I'm going to go this way too. This is just kind of breaking down those paper fibers. And the flatter I can get them, the better. Okay, and do the same thing with this one. I'm going to fold it in. And back. And in. Oh, it matches perfect. That doesn't always happen, as we know, right, friends? Okay, so here we've got this. Now this piece is also daffodil, 1/4 sheet, 4 1/4, 5 1/2. The first thing I'm going to do is this. I want this on the end. Then I want this one on the end. And again, these are 4 inches. by 6. So I've got a little space on each end, okay? Then I'm going to take this and put it down in the center. And because this one's 4 1/4 like the base is, it's going to go from end to end. Okay? Then I've got this piece. That's going to match this flower. I've got this piece. Going to go here and match this one. So there's my flower matching. Okay. So now I want one for the inside. So I'm going to put a piece in here. And then I did this too. I went just around the edge a little bit. You can do it in the daffodil. You could add a little green if you want. Get your card and you've got all these fun little things, ways to color here laying right in front of you. This is going to go in here. And then here is well, my wishing you the best is in a safe place somewhere here on my desk. So we're going to find another one that fits that little tag. So this is the piece, and then this is the piece that comes out of the middle. So I just need something from Laughs to Tears. Oh, I like this one too, because it says, from Laughs to Tears, I'm happy we've shared them together. So that's perfect. From Laughs to Tears. I'm going to put it right back in there. I'm going to put this one. I'm happy we've shared them together. I have several people I could send this to. Okay. So I've got my words on the inside. Now let's put this together. So what I did was I just picked a side to put this one, I centered it, picked a side to put down on this one, and the other side I put this one down with. So it doesn't really matter which one you pick. I'm going to seal this one down. So that one gets sealed. This one gets dimensionaled. And I use the mini ones. And hit them here. Like all the places where I had those little dots. Or I didn't have the open dots where someone would see my dimensional. Heaven forbid they see a dimensional. Come on, we know that, right? Okay. So this one's going down. And then this one's going down. Oh, and then I have these, I use these matte dots because I liked this pecan color on it. Even though I used crumb cake, I still liked the pecan. And I also liked the white dots on here. One more, because I can. Okay. How'd I do? Isn't that fun? I loved it, and I love the sunflowers and the way it all went together real well. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. Online exclusives. Have a good one. Bye.